March the 8th, 1990, on a crisp spring morning on the west side of Detroit, I was standing on the corner with a friend when the car rolled up. I recognized immediately it was a guy that I got into a minor dispute with, and I thought he wanted to have an old school fist fight. But instead, he pulled out a gun, and he shot me multiple times. And I remember while I was running, thinking to myself, I hope he doesn't hit me in my back or in the back of my head. My friends called the ambulance, which never came, and eventually I was escorted to the hospital by my friend who had been shot the prior year. He dropped me off, the doctors brought me in, extracted the bullets from my body with the exception of one, patched me up, and within days, I was back on that same corner. Not one adult thought to ask me how I felt, what I was thinking. Not one professional in that environment thought to recommend counseling or to offer the single form of human compassion possible, a hug. And so I returned to my neighborhood with this volatile cocktail of emotions. I was angry, I was frustrated, I was paranoid, but more importantly, I was afraid. Because cars no longer represented cars. They were death chariots. And strangers walking down the street were no longer potential friends. They were potentially the Grim Reaper. And so I did what many of the young men and women that's growing up in cities like Detroit and Chicago do all the time. I began to carry a gun. And I began to run this narrative in my head that if I found myself in conflict, that I would shoot first. 16 months later, on a hot summer night, July 1991, 1 month into my 19th birthday, I found myself in a conflict. As the argument escalated, I remember this moment where I turned to walk in the house. In that moment, I heard what I thought was the car door opening that contained the guys I was having this conflict with. And I turned and fired what turned out to be 4 fatal shots, tragically ending a man's life.